Well, one of the things that I'm also impressed about is hearing what you're doing as a bit of an offshoot. For example, you were sharing with me about, some of these women have lost so much weight that they obviously have the folds of flesh.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm so excited about what we're going to start this year. But right now, we have a young woman who, back in the United States, has had that problem. Mm-hmm. When you're overweight for so long, you can't tighten your skin up all the time. And because she was overweight most of her life, this is what happened to her. And she has this, she's lost all this weight, and yet she's thinking, I'd rather be fat because at least my skin folds were full. Mm. So anyway, long story short, we found there's an incredible doctor in California who is going to do this surgery for her, and he is going to take all those skin folds off of her, do an operation, and give her the body that she deserves. And I have to spare you all the details because it's a really long story, but someone was supposed to do that for her, and it didn't happen, and so I've stepped up to the plate to do that. But more importantly than that is that it really opened my eyes that I get letters on a pretty regular basis from women who have the same situation. They're so proud of their accomplishment, and yet they have to wear these girdles and hide all their skin, and they're just like, they can't just run out and shout, I've done it, look at my new body, because of this problem. And so this year, I'm going to announce at our convention that I am going to launch a program where, for the lack of a better word, we're going to set up like a scholarship, where I'm going to put up a certain amount of money and hopefully try to do maybe 10 surgeries a year. Mm-hmm. And this doctor has agreed to participate with me. So we can give them, their new body. Totally.
That's amazing, because also it's not about, how do I word this? It's not about, the surgery is really a health aspect, isn't it? Because with those folds, all sorts of, diseases and...
Yeah, they actually can get, because it gets really moist under there, it can get infected, and it actually starts to bleed, and it's just not very, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, so it's not even about the cosmetic side, it's the health side.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because although they do want their body back,
sure,
and to be screaming and shouting about their success, it is a horrible health problem that people don't realize. It's a horrible thing to have to live with, and it's very painful.
Yeah, yeah.
And we want to give them a strong body because we know that they need to have that in order to take care of everybody else. We're such caring people, aren't we? We always we take care of everybody. And they just need to be strengthened in their mind. They need to be built up and encouraged. They need to feel that they're important, and because they're so involved in affecting so many other people's lives. We all have a spiritual side of us that needs to be nourished. And many a times, people are praying for each other. Just as a matter of fact, on this walk, I've been bombarded with emails. Hey, I forgot to send in my name, which we can probably explain later. But would you pray for Aunt Sissy and Mom and Dad and Uncle Bob and while you're on the wall? And so it's just been a miraculous thing, this faith thing. People are just embracing it, and just it's been very powerful.
Okay, well, you're mentioning the walk. Let's get on to the walk.
Okay.
How's it been for you? What's been your physical, emotional, spiritual experience in day, what did we say, it was about day 17 or 18?
Yeah. Well, I have to say it's been like a roller coaster ride. There's been such highs and such lows, as you know too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Physically, I think I've been doing pretty well, but I've been challenged. But I don't think there was any one thing that could have prepared me physically for this walk, because day after day of walking in strenuous steps. I mean, some of those steps, remember, 2 feet high?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not something you normally do. So, so it was hard to prepare for that. But I think for me, it was probably more of an emotional journey.